afternoon, everyone. Less than 24 hours ago, we learned that the wife, child, and family dog of one of our police officers, an Andrew Tedesco, was struck by lightning in the city of Winter Springs. Andrew's wife, Nicole Tedesco, was transported to the Oviedo ER but did not survive her injuries. Andrew's daughter, Ava Tedesco, was transported to the Arnold Palmer Hospital, where she spent the night for observation and has since been released. The dog, Vito, was transported to an emergency vet clinic where he spent the night for observation and also has since been released. I had the opportunity to spend the evening with Andrew last night, and I've been on the phone with him throughout the day today. While he's obviously devastated by his loss, he is doing remarkably well as he focuses his attention on caring for his daughters Ava and Gia. Officer Tedesco and his family would like me to thank the Winter Springs Police Department, Seminole County Fire Department, Seminole County Public Schools, Seminole County Sheriff's Office, the staff at the Oviedo Medical Center, staff at Arnold Palmer Hospital, Sanford Airport Authority, and the victim advocates and chaplains that responded yesterday to provide services and assist him during this challenging time. To everyone who has expressed their interest in helping the Tedesco family, the Sanford Airport has created a GoFundMe account to collect donations, which will go directly to the family. If you go to the GoFundMe page and search "Honoring Nicole, wife of Andrew Tedesco," that will take you to our GoFundMe page. It's my understanding that other GoFundMe pages have already been established. I cannot verify to you whether those accounts are legit. While we do appreciate people wanting to help and, gather funds for the family, I don't know the legitimacy of those GoFundMe accounts. However, this is why we established this particular GoFundMe account, because I can assure you every cent will go to the family. Again, that's Honoring Nicole, wife of Andrew Tedesco. Andrew has asked me to pass on to everyone that he is overwhelmed with the kindness and support being expressed to him and his family, but asks that everyone please respect their privacy and give them the time they need to grieve during this difficult time. Before we take any questions, I'd like to turn it over to Chief Matt Track, who will provide you with a little bit of an update on the incident scene.
Thank you, Chief. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Matthew Track. I'm the Chief of Police at Winter Springs Police Department. I'll give you a little details about yesterday's tragic incident. First and foremost, the police department, the city, we extend our sincere gratitude and condolences to the Tedesco family and Sanford Airport Police during this difficult time. Yesterday, right around dismissal time, Keith Elementary, located on Tuscaloosa Road, let out. Ms. Tedesco picked up her children, as she usually does, right off Trotwood Boulevard. School let out. She picked up her two daughters, crossed the street, and was subsequently struck by lightning. Immediately, 911 was called. Seminole County Fire Rescue responded and was on scene within minutes, provided life-saving measures. Witnesses on scene provided life-saving measures. Nicole was transported to the Oviedo ER, and Ava was transported to Arnold Palmer Hospital. Nicole was pronounced deceased at Oviedo ER, while Ava has recovered and has since been released from Arnold Palmer. This is a tragic, tragic incident that no one has ever expected. In 25 years of law enforcement, we've never dealt with something like this. Our community is strong, they're supportive, they're coming together. We want to thank all those that have helped with the family dog, and we will respect the wishes and be private with the Tedesco family as they grieve during this difficult time. I'd like to pass it over to our mayor. He has a few words to say.
Good evening. Really, ultimately, we are a very close-knit community. It is the wishes of our entire community the city commissioners that are with me, and our entire city government, that the Tedesco family understand that we all have families, and that this family is not alone. Winter Springs is an amazing place. We just want them to know that they're not alone. Really, we're willing to take questions at this point for any of us. Please feel free.
Chief, that school was letting out, there was, I heard, a lot of children and parents in the area at the time. Why were these two and the third 18-year-old, why were they the only ones that were really affected by this? Do we know that? Were they standing in a certain area? Or what happened? So what we believe is that the lightning actually struck a tree that they were standing next to. That lightning energized a certain amount of area, and they were ultimately affected by that. There were a couple other people that were affected. They were checked out by local rescue personnel and released.
That includes the 18-year-old that was reported yesterday. That person was how close, do we know?
I don't know the distances, but that person is okay and has been released.
We talked to a witness yesterday who said first it started as just rain, and then the lightning was just out of nowhere. So it's possible that Mrs. Tedesco just didn't have time to get to the
Correct. This storm came upon us fast. As you may know, there was no alerts, no severe weather alerts that came and prompted, hey, this storm's coming. It was bang, just like that. A little bit of rain came, lightning, and then it was just pure mayhem after that.
Yeah, as I mentioned, I was with Andrew and Ava last night at Arnold Palmer. She has been released. They were simply keeping her there to monitor her, do some tests. That's kind of the same thing with the dog. They were doing tests, and he has been since released from the emergency vet clinic that he was initially taken to, and since transferred to the family's vet clinic, where I assume they'll be picking him up as soon as they can. I know they've had some concerns, making sure that the dog was okay. That Andy told me that was Nicole's dog. We can't lose him. So they're going to be reunited here soon.
As far as Ava's spirits and everything, has she fully kind of processed everything that's happened so far?
It's amazing how children are so resilient. I was there when her dad, told her that her mom was gone. Very, very sad, but took it very well. I know she remembered, being there with her mother, and then the next thing she remembered was waking up in the back of an ambulance because somebody was poking her with a IV needle. But she, all things considered, she was in good spirits. I know this is going to take time for things to settle in and, kind of come to reality for her. So, but overall, remarkable.
Are both girls students at Keith?
Yes.
What do we know about Nicole? I mean, because we can read this release, and it sounds like she loves the girl so much her whole life was about lifting them up. Can you tell us about her? Can you tell us about Andy and his focus on his family?
Unfortunately, I didn't have the opportunity to meet Nicole. I do know that the family did lots of things together. One of their passions was go-kart racing, and that's what they love doing. Just in the effort of trying to get this information out to you, I know Andy is looking to take some time to elaborate on his wife and give some more information, but all things considered, he's been in the hospital since this whole thing's happened and is just now getting home. So if you give us a little bit more time, I believe you'll get some additional information on Nicole and her story.
Chief, was he here yesterday working when this happened? How did you find out about it?
Actually, he was down at the go-kart track working on the go-karts, getting them ready for his daughters when this occurred. I was actually the one that called him because I got the initial reports and was a little confused, and actually called him because I wasn't sure if it was actually him that had been struck. So he picked up, and unfortunately I was the one to say, hey, there's something going on, I'm trying to get additional information, you know, but I think you need to start heading home. And we kind of worked together and got him to where he needed to be, and that's about it.
Are we allowed to use, there's a YouTube link mentioned in the release, can we share that as we cover what this family needs? Can we share that video in our recording?
Yes, that video is actually of his daughters and their passion for racing. It's a YouTube channel that they started putting together to show, you know, what they enjoy and what they love to do as a family.